Mercy triumphs over judgment.
Hey guys, happy Monday and good morning.
Happy Monday! Why are we looking dark over there?
That's Facebook. How are you?
Hey, IG!
Good morning, good morning. We are so happy to be with you guys this morning and excited to start a new week with you guys.
Yes!
Our core group, our Mercy Over Judgment awesome group, we're just happy. And we are giving you a few minutes to jump on while we enjoy our tea.
Yes! Please grab yours, your tea, your coffee, whatever, and let's get it in.
Hi, good morning, Claudie.
Hey, girl!
When are you coming back?
Seems like forever,
I
right?
know.
She said soon.
Okay.
Should be coming. Oh, so happy.
We miss you. But yes, we're going to jump on in, hop on whenever you can, and join our discussion this morning. It's an important topic. But before we get into that, my name is Stacey Tillman. I'm an author and your personal finance professional here. Please check out all of that wealth of information and knowledge that I'm sharing about finances and how important they are at my website, www.astoiclife.com, ASTOICLIFE.com. And yeah, check us out.
And I am Dr. Crisada Green Brilliant, a resident psychotherapist. Yes, that's me. You want to check me out? You want to slide in my DM? Send me an inbox, okay? Because you want to be a client. Why not?
Yes.
You want to work on some things. So, hit me up at www.drcgbrilliant, one I, BRILLANT, or the same thing on FB or IG. So just hit me up. It's your time. That's the name of my company. It's your time.
Yes, and we just wanted to let you quickly know of some upcoming things we have. As you're already aware, which is part of our giveaway this week, I have a book out. It is called A Small Act of Kindness. You can get it on Amazon in print as well as on Kindle. And I believe you have...
I have a talk coming up. Yes. Is it June 5th?
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to post it again.
That's right there.
It's June 5th or June 10th. Anyway, I'm going to post it again. I'm going to be speaking about, I have a client actually who wrote a book about the forgotten child. And there's a lot of us who were either raised with parents who were just kind of not the forsaken child. They're not there. Your parent is not there. Or your parents are literally not in your lives. And so you feel forsaken, but there's hope. So her book is really good and discussing how therapy really helped her to get through a lot of these things.
I'm
so
interested.
Yes.
I really want to read
She's
that.
asked me to come and speak at her book signing. So I'll be there. It's in BK. Okay. Y'all should come through, support. I'm gonna keep posting the flyer the sooner it comes up. So yeah, that's what's going on.
Okay, that is exciting, and I'm sure she will be checking in from that event so we can get all of the inside scoop as well. But if you can be there in person, that would be awesome. Awesome. And we just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us this Monday. We are your mother administrators of this awesome group of moms. This is our Mercy Over Judgment Moms group where we talk about issues facing us all, but we've been suffering in silence. So let's stop that. Let's air it out. Let's bring it all out to light and offer each other advice, encouragement, support, whatever we need right now.
That's what we do so well, ladies.
Yeah, I know. Hide it all, stuff it down. No, we need each other. Let's connect. Let's talk about it. And connect with us. Be sure to subscribe to Mercy Over Judgment Mom Talks on YouTube. We've shared some of the videos here, but we'll share again. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, connect to our Facebook group, like our page if you haven't already, as well as we are on Instagram and somewhere else. And our website. We just launched our website, www.mercyoverjudgment.com or www.mojmoms.org.
Like and share right now. Right
Yes.
now. We'll give you a second.
Okay.
Share this live video. Y'all know. So the more you discuss and comment today, you'll be receiving our giveaway.
Yes.
So get
Yes.
on it.
All month long. Every Monday show, we are giving away an awesome gift bag. Our first recipient received hers yesterday. I was so grateful I can, deliver that one in person and see her smile and she posted that she started pampering herself with
we gotta
the
steal
gifts
some
already.
of those pics off of her page.
I know. It's so funny. But yes, we have our awesome prize pack this week that we are giving away, which is...
We're not saying yet.
Oh, okay. We'll say it at the end. We will say it at the end. But you'll love it. It's to encourage you to sow into yourself, to just indulge in your me time, right? That's the key. Mom's Month all month long, Women's Month all month long. Take time for yourself, okay, women?
So
but
she
our
received
topic-
the sleep mask,
Oh, she did.
and she received the book, your book,
Yes.
and she received a BBNYC t-shirt because BBNYC has
sponsor.
sponsored our giveaways.
Yes, he has.
Super
I
excited.
appreciate it so much.
And so you go on there. You don't gotta wait for you to win something. www.shopbbnyc.com. Shopbbnyc.com.
Oh.
Get your own.
So yeah, be sure to comment during our live video to be a contestant to win this week's prize giveaway, okay?
And next week.
And
the
next
week after.
week.
What is it? 2 more
After.
weeks?
Yeah, in May. But this week we have such an important topic. But before we go there, how was your weekend, my dear?
My weekend. I spent some time with you. Cheers to that.
Oh, cheers. We've been having a lot more of that. Just because we've made it a priority and just life just makes a way for it to
Did
happen.
you hear what she just said? Gems. She loves to drop these gems. I just hope y'all catch it. We got to make it a priority. And then, all of a sudden, all the space and this time that you thought you didn't have and there's no way and it's impossible just begins to open up
It's
because you have
so
set your intentions.
Ooh, set your intentions.
You put it out there. We are going to make time to have with each other. Boom.
There you
I
go.
can't. I don't have any time. It's never going to happen. I don't know how that's going to happen.
So are you saying like
Lock it up and then nothing happens.
we mentally block ourselves? Is
No
that-
doubt. Mentally and physically. Shut it down.
Oh my gosh.
Power of the tongue.
So true. So true.
Thoughts.
So
Power of your
we
thoughts.
decided to make it more of a priority to meet up more often, and it's been happening. It's been happening. So there you go.
Yeah, so Saturday, basketball game stuff, and I was just running around, boop, 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 running around till I ended up at her house after that, and then it was bedtime. Then Sunday,
Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. We hope you guys celebrated. We hope you guys at least got a lot of me time, even a nap, like just a break. And just, I wanted to encourage you guys, if you have any of those pictures from over the weekend or even from times past of you and your mother or you with your kids, definitely post them up because they're just so adorable. And why not?
agreed.
Why
Agreed.
not?
Yes. Some of us did not have such a great time yesterday. Feeling overwhelmed. I mean, there's so much things we like grieving.
Yes.
Grieving your mom passing, grieving you not having a child in the time in which you thought, or whatever. Some things went wrong with you as a mother, or you and your mother. It's such a heavy emotional weekend.
Yeah.
But we got through it. So I'm going to tell you about my dragging moment. So I have to get ready. My sister's coming. Since my mom passed, my sister and I celebrate on Mother's Day together.
Which is adorable.
Which is just so
Yeah.
much fun. So we decided to get ready. So she's coming to pick me up and calls me to say, like, get ready. I'm still in the bed. And I'm just like, I'm going to get up. But I'm just... And then I have to get dressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you like didn't have an idea what to
What?
wear. Like,
Oh my God.
And then you're like, I have no clothes.
Oh
Like-
my God. It's so taxing. So, you know, when your emotions are all over the place, every little
Makes
thing
it worse. Yeah.
is like so arduous. So I'm like, I don't know what to wear. So she actually gets to the house. I'm like,
Before you're anywhere.
I'm not even
Wow.
I'm like, don't come in the room. Don't come in the. She's like, are you ready? I'm like, she comes in the room. I'm like making up the bed in pajamas. She's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I told you we have limited time. We have to hurry up. And you know, it's Mother's Day. Like everywhere, we didn't have reservations.
Yep, neither did I, but yeah.
So we go and we finally, I'm telling you,
Morning,
I happened
Trudy. Thanks for joining us.
to look. Hey, Lois, I happened to look and let me tell you how the good Lord himself put Bae right in front of me.
Wait, what?
I needed Bae. Beyonce.
Oh!
At a time like this,
like,
to give me the feminine energies, to give me the powers.
Remind
And
you
I
that you already got
created-
it.
Yep, I created an outfit around Bae. Now, there's another crazy story about the outfit with Bae. So I have this
Everyday
Beyonce,
Slay?
yes,
Slay.
this Beyonce Everyday I Slay t-shirt, and my son bought it for me. Maybe a
Really?
year or two ago.
That's cool.
Under her hat, she has her 2 middle fingers sticking up in the picture.
She does.
He
Of course,
didn't really realize that.
he probably did that.
He did not. He bought it online. He didn't really realize it. Then he was like, OMG. And then for Christmas, I went to buy him some socks. I bought him some Allen Iverson basketball socks. I just like basketball socks. You know, you're like Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Allen Iverson's kind of controversial. He has his middle finger up in the socks.
So there you
So
go.
what? I'm like, what kind of parenting is going on here? What is happening? But it happened, and what can we do? We just laugh about it. We just think
That's
it's
so funny. That actually sounds like the lady that had. Did you hear about that on Facebook where she sent her son to school in a shirt that was like, it had something to do with sex. It was like,
I think I did see that. He got in trouble though.
yeah, but she was like, I just thought it was. Oh no, like, like it wasn't my intention. Like, you know when you just have lapses of judgment. I had a few of those moments over the weekend. Let me tell you about them really quick. Don't judge me. So I'm just now getting back to having a regular monthly cycle, and literally it makes my brain crazy.
Ladies.
And because I was nursing for however long, so I didn't have it, and I didn't have these issues.
Let's clap it up for the OMG. What just happened to my IG?
It's still there, I think. Work. Go back.
Oh, because somebody called.
Yeah.
Let's clap it up for the people who are weaning off and trying to get through that struggle.
Yay.
It is not to be taken lightly.
A time. It's taking time, but it's progress. It's progress. I'm weaning and getting him out of my
progress.
bed all in the same
Huge progress.
span of time. God willing, it'll be smooth and he'll be happier for it. Shut up, Charisse. And so over the weekend, I was just, struggling through my cycle and just my brain being in a fog. Like I was literally in this mental fog. I not only lost money once during the day, just out of nowhere, because I threw it in the garbage. Like, I don't know. And then,
I don't need this.
and another point was like, I left my car running all day long. And my whole thing was like, I don't know where my key is. I lost my keys. I don't know where my keys are. So I kept walking by it, taking the other car. It was parked, running all day long. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is happening here? And I have to laugh because it's just like, what can you do? What can you do? I don't know. Hey, I'm sure we've all had some mommy fog moments. So like I said, don't judge me. This was my worst of the worst because I've never left my car running for hours on end.
No. Why would that ever happen?
But, we've all done some dumb stuff at different points, I'm sure of. But yeah, that was my weekend. I had a fabulous Mother's Day. I know, but I can't. It like hurts everything in me to just have them crying that long and then nobody can sleep. Like nobody will be able to sleep with all the crying. So I'm gonna see how I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do the transition to the, his brother's room. Maybe that'll be a easier transition for him because then his brother will be there, or his sister's room or something like that. We'll see how it goes.
But it got to go.
It's got to go. We got to get back into adult mode now. That's what it is. And so that's my focus. But Mother's Day was fabulous. We did end up getting to go to dinner. We missed brunch. But it was all good. A local restaurant that we haven't had in a while. But it was just good. And we got to take it easy. Visited my mom after. And she's talking about her breastfeeding experiences. But yeah, it was a good day. I hope you guys got to enjoy Mother's Day, got to rest, got to just appreciate, yes, I'm in this role, I'm handling it, and it serves a greater purpose. And you're called to this, my women, my fellow sisters in this, you're called to this. So just,
It gets so crazy.
it really does. It really does.
Yes, we went to brunch. I came home and chilled because then my husband left with the kids to go to his mother-in-law.
Oh.
So it was just, to my
You got
mother-in-law.
to relax.
I got to
there.
relax. And
That's
then
nice.
I watched Godfather because that was one of my mother's favorites. So my sister said this morning, you needed that connection with her. I'm like, you're probably right. I think you're so right. So I watched Godfather till 3 a.m. So I'm exhausted.
Okay.
But it needed to happen.
Okay, so today we wanted to jump into, I know you guys weren't expecting this, but we gotta get our money house in order, ladies.
Y'all don't want to talk about it.
Nobody
wanna
wants to
talk
talk
about
about it. It's a little too personal. You
I don't
ask
wanna
them
talk about
about money, and it's like, excuse me, mind your business. Get out my bank account. Don't look at my credit profile. Just leave me alone. Okay, let me go get it. All right, let's go. And but to the point that we're so closed off about it that we won't even look at it. We won't even stop and be like, all right, I keep running out of money every month, or I keep, getting collections, or I keep having these issues, but I'm hoping they magically go away.
I'm gonna be making more money in a little bit, and all is going away. I'm gonna be making. You didn't realize that you are making more money than you made, and you are making more money. And you keep making more money, but the problems are still here.
Because you're doing the same thing that caused you to have them in the first place, even with the more money. So our topic today is financial independence. What does that even mean? Yes, I got the Excel if you want it. I have the Excel for you, Tracy, if you want it. So, but yeah, we're talking about what that means to you. For me, when I was thinking about, okay, when we say financial independence, there's so many aspects of it. Initially, we're like, growing up, you're like, okay, I'm financially independent from my parents. I was able to move out. And then we look at it as a bad thing if we have to go back and ask for help. Like, okay, and then, if you're on the entrepreneurial part in life, or that's your goal, then you start to think, then one day I'd like to be financially independent from an employer.
Right.
I'm making money on my own terms. I have my own business, that end of the aspect. But very few, especially women, do not seem to think of being financially independent of their partner, or having their own. Okay. We shall be back. Continue.
I love potty training. Isn't it awesome? But he's doing so well. He's got it on it. So I think she was gonna say we don't feel like we need to be financially free from our husbands. Ding, da-ding, da-ding, da-ding. We feel like we're supposed to come together and be as one. And you remember when you just started dating and going out and stuff, and your mother like, listen, don't go anywhere without having some money in your pocket in case you gotta leave to get out of that spot. Don't go always have your stash on the side. These things are still very relevant today. I'm sorry. Things happen. I know you're so in love. Even with boyfriends, I know there's a lot of people that are not married and they live with their boyfriend and they want to put everything together. No stipulations, no rules, no regulations. She's like, we're in love, we're in love, we're in love. And you get yourself all in a tangled weave that you can't really, it's very difficult to get yourself out of. And we need to discuss how to make sure we don't get ourselves in these traps. And we want to be solid for ourselves as women. Just had this conversation. You had this conversation with your daughter? Thank you, Lois. Thank you. Because it's all about getting the next generation prepared. We have to learn from our mistakes. We have to make stronger the good things that we did learn that helped us, propel us. We have to, as women, have ourselves as a strong individual, as a base, that even though we get shaken, we will not be moved. We will not be shook down to the breakdown. We have to be able to just snap right back up because we are financially sound. And it's real. It's real. Yes, tangle weave. Yep. No doubt, financial freedom. Oh my God, it's so important. We don't want to get so caught up that in the we're so in love game that we don't prepare ourselves. And I'm not saying anything is going to go wrong. I'm not saying anything's going to go wrong. But there are times where you're going to have to be able to even help him out of a situation, help the kids out of a situation, help your parents out of a situation. You want to build your own situation. You want to start building your business. And he's like, nah, we can't really do that right now. We got this and do, this to do. And you got your stuff on the side like, look, I could do this. I'm going to be doing this for me on the side over here. You want to be able to be in a position to do that. Why not? So that's what she's talking about. Having this financial independence and freedom.
Freedom. Because we know it's a resource, but we often tend to just think of ourselves as a collective, right? And I fell into that. I got married early, so I fell into that thinking that we had to be in agreement on everything. We had to be in agreement on on how we what we did on the weekends. We had to be in agreement on
what TV show you watch,
what we watched, what we liked. We had to like the same things. We had to be in agreement on our money. We had to have joint accounts, and I definitely do see the purpose for joint accounts.
But there's also a purpose for separate accounts.
Yes, you should still have the separate account, and that's where and even just acknowledging where you are, acknowledging that you have different money behaviors. You have different money principles. You have different ideas on where you see yourself. There are people that just, unrealistically just say, I'm going to be rich. No real dollar figure, no real plan, no real anything. And then you have others who are like, nope, I'm going to have, $500,000 in the bank by the time I'm 40 by doing this, and this.
Or they do. You come into the marriage with your stuff.
Yeah.
And he got half of a nothing stuff. Or
vice versa.
Or vice
Bad
versa.
credit. So you have one person that's an extreme saver while the other is an extreme spender. How that gonna work?
We in love.
She said, growing up, my Aunt Glennis always told me, make sure you can take care of yourself. Whatever a man brings is just gravy.
Yes.
Which is
icing on the cake.
I love that. I love that because it's not just an end all be all. For example, okay, I was able to go into being a stay at home mom for a while. So ideally, I would have loved to have a nice stash. And initially I did. You have whatever you saved from working. But as things are going, it's like, okay, you're going to run out of money soon.
But we were talking about having these difficult conversations. Was it ever discussed prior to, would you be okay with me being a stay-at-home mom? How would that look for you? And you're just thinking, if I'm okay, I'll just go right back to work. Or he'll understand if I have to stay home with the kids.
Yeah.
It's his kids too. He understands it saves us money. What are these maybe kind of, I think, maybe. What
Yeah.
about having a solid conversation so
Yep.
you know exactly what it is that you have to do and how you're going to fund it?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. But it
do
is
that.
essential. I think a lot of women, once they are in the relationship, assume that, okay, it's by default his responsibility to take care of me, if and vice versa, because I would take care of him. But he might not have that in mind. He might just see right now you're working, so you better always be working. Or you better always, these things happen in life, and this is what people talk about, that shake up relationships.
Yes.
A job loss,
Yes.
a death,
Yes.
you know, something that completely, a bankruptcy, something that completely,
Yes.
you know, foreclosure on your house, that
Yes.
derails status quo,
Car repos. all of
derails
that
your
stuff.
plans. And you're just like sitting there, and this person who is in it with you, but might have other plans, or might be like, oh, that's your problem. What do you do? What do you do in that situation? You know? So we have to have...
And all these things happen, but when we're in the beginnings, we're like, it's going to be fine. We'll figure it out.
I know, but it completely rocks
Yes,
the relationship
illness.
to the
Yes,
core.
you're right. Your illness flipped the script. Look at that.
Yeah. You weren't planning for that.
No, you're like, I'm so young. Nothing's going to happen to me. I could work. And we could work
Yes.
until we can't.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what we're living for today, instead of also stacking a seed away for tomorrow. So that's why any financial person will tell you, you have to have that emergency fund of 6 months of income or something, an emergency fund. And it's not just the joint one, but also you separately. And you even brought something to my attention the other day that I never thought about. Certain things that a lot of people don't think about, unless they're faced with it are making wills, as well as, you mentioned a client who was making a prenup. We only think these things are for the uber wealthy, not for the regular Joe.
Yes.
This is for everyone,
Yes.
right? So what was that situation?
She was very clear, like, and she just has a boyfriend. She's like, when we get married, my mother says she's giving me the house. So I'm coming into the marriage with property. You're having none of that house. What? And she sat down and had this hard conversation, and they're now going to get it written up. And spoke to him till he's clear on, this is one thing that you're not getting a part of,
me.
because this is what I'm coming into the marriage with. And good for her.
Yeah. And we feel bad about stuff. Like, we feel bad about putting in those hard lines. Like, my mother gave this to me, and I'm keeping it for myself. I could pass it on to my child or whoever I choose to pass it on to, but I'm keeping this because my mother gave it to me. And the point you had was, these things can so easily get ugly.
Oh, very ugly. And then she could probably see if it gets too, ugly.
Millennials.
Yes.
I
He
love
ain't the
y'all,
one.
for real.
Clearly, like, if he's not with it, then you can make these decisions. But when you stuck and it's after 3 kids, y'all having this conversation, it's a problem.
Tracy said, my first baby, I was promised the world until he realized he didn't know how he was gonna make ends meet.
But you were promised
Must
the
be
world.
discussed. Yes, we
And
can
Lex
promise
was
anything.
talking about she didn't know she was going to be disabled at the age of 43. How you going to know that?
Who knows these things?
How do you know
Who knows
that?
these things? So,
And then our life is so fast and it gets so crazy. I mean, this is not just, this is Americans across the board. We don't have any money saved.
we're in debt more often than not. More often than not, because we're programmed to think debt is a part of life. You have to use debt to operate in life. But it's like, how about you build up your cash stores? We're just so focused on getting it now that we lean on those credit cards until we can only pay the minimum balances. And, you know, eventually.
And we want to get all these material things and not really thinking about the big picture. So that's why I think it's our thoughts first.
Yes.
Our attitude first, our behaviors first, before we can actually implement any of these things.
Yes. So that's why I'm like, okay, make sure you know what financial independence means for you. And that means to be able to stand on your own. regardless of anything that happens.
It gets rocky out here. It gets
Whether,
shaky.
God forbid, your spouse could pass away.
Yes.
God forbid.
Yes.
Leaving you with all of this. Maybe no will, maybe no life insurance. Like, you have no idea what could happen. So it's like, it is extremely important to have money saved aside. Extremely important to be able to say, okay, this is mine for what I choose to use it for, so that you don't have to ask for permission. Oh, the shirt. Good morning,
Wakanda
Soka
is
Say So.
rich. Wakanda
Yes.
got good resources.
Yes.
So we need to be in that mindset of
Mm-hmm.
we come from riches and we need to make sure that we have that stability.
Yes.
But as an individual,
Yes.
like, we have to know
Yes.
anything could go wrong. We have to know that we're gonna. It doesn't mean you're not in love. Doesn't mean you're not for it, but some men will let
It
you know
is,
that. Like,
it is.
if you talking all this stuff, that means you don't really love me and how.
Oh yeah, they'll come with that. Same thing with a lot of women. Like, why don't you love me enough to give me blah blah, or why do you feel that you need a prenup? But a majority, they'll be quick to put up their prenup. Like, you're not getting this, blah blah blah.
Thank you, Soka Say So.
Thank you. And it's just important for us to value ourselves enough to say, you know what, I'm coming with this too.
I told her she'd be dropping those.
I'm
gems.
coming with this in the bank account. I'm coming in with this good
gems.
credit
Are y'all
right
catching
now.
this? We have to
So we're gonna-
value ourselves enough. She's not gonna skip by this stuff. Don't worry, I'm gonna stop her so y'all can catch up. So you can take a note. I'm gonna
Jeez.
stop her.
It
We
takes
have
time.
to value ourselves, and that's where it starts. You're not gonna skip past that. You're not. Let's rein her right back in. If we don't value ourselves,
Yes, we are talking about that this month, so I'm glad you bought that, Soka Say So. The important documents that we need to have in our
she's gonna share the
wheelhouse. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Pass it on. But yeah, we were going to talk about that next week. The important documents we need to have in place to safeguard our lives.
Well, thank you to Soka Say So and Susie Orman, because sometimes we're not even really clear of what that is.
What?
These important documents.
No, I know.
We're
We're
like,
gonna talk
we're
about
gonna
it
have
next
our
week.
documents, but we don't really know.
No, we're going to list them out, itemize them. We just mentioned a will. She mentioned those of you who are coming into a marital agreement that may want to consider putting a prenup in place.
And you can always go to mediation in the meantime and in between time and figure some of that stuff out too.
Yeah.
So even you can go to a mediator and still write stuff up, even if you're like 20 years into this marriage, and just put things in place and put it solid so that there's no. Let me tell y'all something. When people die, girl, it gets crazy. It gets
ridiculous.
crazy. With all the love, and you thought this one was gonna have your back, and you thought that sister.
Or your mom said this, but nothing's in writing.
Ooh, that money, well, you wouldn't believe. When Lauren Hill said it's funny how money changes situations, we had no idea what she was really talking about.
Yep. I've heard plenty of families just fighting tooth and nail just
Yeah,
because.
but you hear that, Stacey, but
Every
you
time.
still say when it's coming to your turn, it's never going to happen to us.
That's true.
That's them
true.
crazy people over there. I
That's
feel
true.
so sorry for them. Whatever. It be, how many times I heard this? And Stacey know this too.
Yeah.
It be 6 siblings. You the only one taking care of mama. When everything happens at the end, every single person want to eat. Wait, hold on. I was the one taking mama to all the appointments. I was the one doing this, organizing her entire life, fixing everything. Da, 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 da. And the more you told your mother, you really need to write stuff down. You really need to say everything. She's like, it's okay. You just, we'll just divide. Y'all will just divide everything up. Stop that. And all of this, we don't want to talk about will no more, because if we talk about a will, that means somebody's going to die tomorrow.
The
Lies.
nonsense. The nonsense things that superstitious things that people put in place to just keep us completely in lack. That's all it is. It just keeps you in an unstable situation. For example, I just wrote about this on the website, so
She said
check it
chapter
out.
7 of your book.
Okay.
You read the book already?
She's reading.
You just got...
Yes, thank you, Tracy.
If you ain't the sister girl.
Thank you, Tracy.
She got to look back
Hold
for
on.
herself.
Yes.
She got to look for herself.
Like, hold up. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate it so much. But yeah, I just wrote about wills. I just wrote about it on the website. So if you want to read about in detail the different things that a will can cover, check out astoiclife.com. But the thing that was a bell ringer for me was like, where are your kids going if, God forbid, you and your husband pass? Did you put that in writing? Does somebody know that? Are they going to contest who you had a personal conversation with because nothing was in writing?
Your husband's family could be like, what? No,
Yep,
they ain't
fighting
going over there.
Do you want to leave that to be decided over your kids because you didn't put that safeguard in place? And it had my heart beating like, okay, stop playing these games. Our whole MO in life is to support and protect these children, and we would just leave them.
Have nothing in place.
It would just be like the safeguard that's under them, we're just pulling the rug out from under them.
Can we just keep it real for 1 second? We're afraid to have these conversations.
We are. That is the truth. That is
We're
the very...
afraid of these conversations. And I think if we just admit that, let's just start there at that space.
Mm-hmm.
We're afraid. Next space. We're afraid and we're going to do it anyhow.
Yes.
We're going to push past that fear and we're going to do it anyhow because we're going to feel so much more solid. When we're talking about those stressors in life, these are some of the stressors that we have. Just because you're not talking about it, it's in the back of your head and it's eating away with you because you know, I'm supposed to do something about that. I don't have this much money. I don't really know what's going to happen with this. That's what happens. But once we start to put something in place, then we have a goal, we have a plan. And just like we were talking about, we put in the atmosphere, we're going to spend more time together. You have to put in the atmosphere, I'm going to find this money to do what I need to do. Once you put stuff in place and you have a goal, all of a sudden, the money you didn't have, $20 here, $20 there,
what you didn't know, all of a sudden you find an information for. And please do not be afraid to go get help. You're not expected to magically know this. For example, for me, I didn't come from money. I had to figure these things out the hard way and along the way and decide what I'm going to do for me, what I want to avoid, and go seek out that information. Just like it's like, go ahead. There are financial professionals there for you. Go seek out an advisor. Go talk to them. They have the resources for you. They're educated in this for a reason. So definitely go ask them.
But we don't want to pay them because we could barely get through paying our bills.
But what's priority?
We don't want to pay these people. We don't even know how much it is
exactly.
they cost.
Exactly. We just like, nah, they're going to ask us for money. A consultation with even the legal people are usually free. You call and ask that and just go in and face the music.
We don't even know. So maybe if they tell us how much it is, we give ourselves a goal, give ourselves by next month, I'm going to get this money up and then I'm going to go. How about that? But you know what, Tracy? We don't sometimes know how crazy our fam is. Sometimes we got a good, clear understanding, but you don't know just how crazy they are until something happens.
Yep. So have those uncomfortable conversations that we need to have to get the documents in place, and then you can move on. You can move on. It's filed away. It's there. And then you're not trying to figure it out. God forbid somebody passes. Now you're trying to figure out what's going to do. No, it's already detailed and documented, and things can run smooth now.
Yes. I'm telling you, my client and I had this just kind of outline questions that she was like, the next session she came back and was like, I got answers to this. I got answers. She had no idea. Simple. She didn't know if her mother wanted to be buried or cremated.
Yep.
She didn't know, what her mother wanted to leave for her, whatnot. She didn't know what her father wanted. She, in 1 week, how do you have these answers? I just asked.
Yes.
How did you get all this information? I just sat down with my grandmother. I sat down with my mother. And I made an appointment to sit down with my father.
Yep.
It wasn't no big... Where, Grandma, do you have the will?
Yep.
Simple. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but where did you place it? So I know when something happens, where to go, what it is that I have to do. We said we're going to talk about all this next week?
Yeah.
The health proxy,
Yes.
all of that.
Yes.
So we're not going to get all into it.
Yes, these are important documents. Like I said, for those of you who are taking care of elderly parents, or you just want to have them in place for yourself, power of attorney, healthcare proxies, detailing these important documents that you just have to have in place it allows the ship to run smooth, and it safeguards against any nonsense, any fraud, any people that, you know, oh, well, your mother told me this, and
Yes.
blah, blah, blah. You know, the nonsense that comes into play when any sort of...
The piece of land you have back home and
Oh,
she
my
have and you
goodness.
didn't know and all this. Listen, it gets
Yes, it does.
really
It does.
crazy. And this thing about elderly parents, you don't know your parents are elderly, so what do you like? Wait,
Yeah,
wait a
it
minute.
really does sneak up on you, like, oh.
She's been asking me for more things, and I gotta help her with this and that. All
Trini,
of a sudden,
I know. She's like having these conversations with West Indian parents. Is like trying to walk on water. It's so true. They have this like thing like, no, like we cannot talk about that. Oh, we'll figure that
Yes,
out.
girl, stop.
Literally, it'll be brushed off so many times. Like, we'll figure that out. I don't know. And won't give you straight answers. And I get so mad when people don't give me straight answers. It really bothers me. Or this, like, vague response. Like, the vague, like, oh my gosh. Oh, you know that man I told him? What man? Who? Where? What does that mean?
A whole hot mess.
Yes.
But
So,
you gotta pin these
we
people
gotta
down.
decide.
You think I don't know? It's no easy feat. We didn't say that.
yes.
But something has
Push.
to be in place.
Yeah.
And if you can't, like, at least for yourself, like
Your peace of mind.
for yourself, even if you can't get with those people, whatever, make sure your stuff.
Yeah,
is
your house
together.
is in order. So it starts with the mindset. Yes, he's serenading us. It starts with the mindset, ladies. We are deciding today to be financially independent, financially stable for our own peace of mind. We're not going to get rocked by a job loss. We're not going to get shook up by a life illness or something unexpected happening, right? We're going to put those things in order.
No. We're gonna get shook up. We're gonna get rocked. We're not gonna
financially.
get totally knocked down to
Yes,
the ground.
yes.
That's what we're not gonna be. That's what we're
true.
not gonna be. The building could move. It could shake. It
Yes.
could rock because these things were not anywhere expected.
Yes.
But financially, you're not gonna totally, completely be down at the bottom where you have nothing to
Yep.
start from.
Yep. So we're going to share that information with you going forward of important documents to put in place. And we're going to start challenging you. We're going to start challenging you to start to exercise and build your financial wisdom, to build that muscle. You're not going to know if you don't start practicing, right? Practicing only operating on cash for a week at a time. Practicing only operating within a certain budget, right? Within a certain spending limit for the week. Practicing saving a certain amount for the month and keeping it there, not touching it. These are things that we have to build. We have to practice it. Otherwise, it's not just going to magically happen. We're just going to earn this money and it's going to go right back out. And it's not going to pay ourselves first. We're earning it, right? So let's hold on to it.
I also wanted to first just talk about this language and the thoughts
The thoughts.
about
what
I
we
don't
speak.
have, I'm never gonna have, I just don't have it. Telling your children, you know, we can't get that, we don't have that, we never
Stop
will
that.
have that, it's not that, we just don't have, we don't have, and just surrounding yourself in that.
Yes. And it's so easy for us to speak the negative. How about speak
Because
differently?
it's so, like, the negative is like, there,
pounding you in the veins.
there. Like, my account is negative, for real.
Yeah.
Like, do
Yeah.
you hear me? They charged me $35 again.
All right, so decide. Let me share what I shared. I think it was 2 months ago that it literally just hit me that I always used to say every time I open my wallet, I never have cash. Every time, it didn't matter, and it would always be like, oh, I'm going out to dinner or whatever. I'm able to do these things. I have a debit card or whatever, and I can go to do things. But anytime I went for a little pocket change, I was like, I never have cash. I never have cash. And literally, it was like this moment that said, stop saying that. Stop saying that over your wallet. Just stop saying that. And how about you decide to always have cash? And it was like, okay, from now on, I'm gonna have $10 or more in my wallet at all times. I'm gonna have cash on me at all times because I don't like the feeling. I don't like the feeling of I have to whip out my card every time I need to buy a $2 thing.
Gum.
Yeah, like No, I was like, I decided, and literally, there's cash in my wallet right now. Like, I always have cash now. I just decided I'm gonna carry cash.
And please know that payment that you scheduled that you forgot about.
Yeah.
That 35 cents, because it used to be 25 cents. That 35-cent gum will throw off your whole
Oh my
joint.
gosh. Oh my
It'll
gosh.
be short 35 cents and they will charge you $35. And you're like, what? How did I? And all of this don't have, if you have all this $35 to give that bank, you have money.
You have it. You're just not managing it wisely. So let us
Happy
start
Mother's Day, girl.
there, guys. We're going to start thinking about our money. We're going to start speaking
Bang.
to our money. We're going to start increase. I'm speaking it over all y'all. Increase. We're getting increase in the season. So we have to get the wisdom to handle it. All right? All right, so we're joining together and agreeing on that portion. We want to send you guys so much love. Thank you for joining us this week. We're going to announce who won our gift prize pack this week. Remember, it is my book, A Small Act of Kindness, in which I share several stories of the various ways God uses people to bless others, and it's little things, you know, and it shows that we may be limiting the generous thing we could do for somebody else. So I hope it encourages you.
We don't have.
It's not always money. It could just be time. It could just be a phone call, a text to say I'm thinking about you, a kind thing, any kind thing you can do today. I'm sure will bless somebody. It's also going to be another facial mask. Can you see that? Take some time to purify and reinvigorate your dullened skin. Get ready for the spring. Be all glowy.
Because you're going to need that time to sit and breathe and relax before you write down your financial woes.
Oh, and woosah after that. Let that be your prize after writing down what you need to do. And a BBNYC shirt?
Yeah, definitely. And
Yes,
one more thing.
another
I don't know what the one more
BBNYC
thing is.
shirt and a surprise thing. So we're going to announce who wins that gift pack this week, guys. We want to send you all so much love. Have a blessed and joyous week. And let's keep this discussion going. If you have any tips on things that helped you turn your finances around, I would love to hear it. Soka Sesa was talking about she picked up the Suze Orman briefcase of important docs. We're going to go in detail on those important docs and hard conversations to have next week. So be sure to join us, like and share, add people to our
Tell
group.
us if you like this financial conversation, because whether you like it or not,
It's coming at you.
you
It's in
got
your face.
you got to take this stuff in, and then, like she said, we're gonna have to start doing things about it.
Yep.
So she's gonna help us on the path on how to actually start getting this done.
That's right,
So.
guys. So join us next week. But until then, have a fabulous and blessed week. And remember, continue to abound and show more mercy to yourselves and others.
And less judgment.
Amen. Have a good week, guys. We love you.
Happy Monday.
Mercy triumphs over judgment.